welcome back to another day in the game where alchemy keeps breaking stuff. And today in the game where alchemy keeps breaking stuff, it's me at CGB. Almost forgot that part. It's amazing how hard it is to break a routine. Today we're breaking the format with Crucias, Titan of the Waves. This is another alchemy card that came out about the same time as Rusco and has been making waves in the constructed portion of alchemy, but is also a commander that you can play in Historic Brawl. And I've seen many people trying to play Crucias, most commonly as a reanimation kind of vessel, as you can discard a big creature with Crucias and seek something else. I've seen some stuff like that. I've also seen a Bolas's Citadel version and tried it out for myself. It ran a very low land count because of DFCs, and the only big expensive card it had above 4 was a Citadel, so you could always hit the Citadel and then potentially pop off. However, it drove me in an odd direction. Of course, I tried what if I could search for Paradox Engine, the ultimate combo card scum, as many of you would put it, of Historic Brawl. And then it was like, well, what other cards do I actually need to do my Paradox Engine combo? And the answer was I need Ominous Traveler, which, when it enters the battlefield, returns to your hand if you cast one of the creatures from its spellbook, and every time you cast it, conjures another one. And you need Relic of Legends. You need 2 mana at least, preferably 3 or 4, but Relic of Legends is a card that actually scales perfectly here, as you can tap any untapped legendary creature you control to add 1 mana of any color. So if you have Crucias on the battlefield, if you have Relic of Legends on the battlefield, that makes 2 mana. You can cast Ominous Traveler and then untap with the Paradox Engine the 2 sources, and then you need a 1 or 2 mana card from the Traveler to return it to your hand. Now the Traveler does have a spellbook with 3 and 4 mana cards, but as long as you can get to 3 mana sometimes, you can usually go as far as you need to with the Traveler, because every hit on 1 lets you float a mana and every hit on 2 breaks you even. Also, Tovolar is in this spellbook for God knows why reasons, and Tovolar is legendary, which means that you can put out a Tovolar and then use Relic to make 3 mana going forward. So this is all you need, which means Crucias can seek all of this as long as the rest of the cards in your deck either cost 0 or 1. And that is what the rest of the deck is. It's 1 mana cards. Endless 1 mana cards. Ta-da! How degenerate. Priority given to legendary 1 mana cards like Hope of Girper, because they work with the Relic. Priority given to things that make mana. Priority given to things that protect our commander. Leather armor being just kind of this oddball card that protects the commander. But we have a lot of, I guess what you'd call like the scam cards. Ashnod's Intervention is a card that when this card dies or is put into exile, you return it to owner's hand so that you can keep using Crucias. The idea is to use discard effects, which are also prioritized, and scam cards where the opponent kills your thing but it doesn't actually die, like Kaya's Ghost Form and Supernatural Stamina, to keep Crucias coming back for at least 3 times so that we fetch the combo and then we go off. It's more fun than it looks. And I think that you guys are actually going to enjoy it. So make sure you check out the gameplay. And I am going to leave now. I'm going on a vacation, so there won't be outros for a while. So I'm going to try to make it part of my intro to remember to say that you're cool, because you are. I don't want you to miss that. But do stick around for the games. I think you'll really enjoy them. Let's dive in. Let the Crucias, Titan of the Waves, Paradox Engine, Relic of Legends, Ominous Traveler, Broken Ass Alchemy combo begin. Our opponent's username is Urza's Mox, and they're running Urza. Okay. Our hand has no way to hate their hand, which is a problem. No discard effects. We do have the Grafdigger's Cage. Not sure that it matters here, but it's good against effects like Reality Chip, which are usually in the deck. Flameless Bolt is no good. The Research Desk might get us a red source, but here's the thing. We have the Ominous Traveler. So this hand already has one of the combo pieces, which means you usually keep it if you can justify it at all with something like a Research Desk. It's kind of a... we just got to find a red source. And we need to find it on 3. So I guess I can crack this next turn, and I can play Ashnod this turn. Ashnod in the deck because with Relic of Legends, it produces another mana, which can be useful when going off. can Concealing Curtains can get in the hand. Here's the desk. And we'll crack it on their turn. But we really need to see a red source. Opponent's going to pass with mana open, which means we might not play Crucias this turn cycle anyway. Okay. No land. There's a land. But no red source. It's offering us cast with cleave, so I guess I'll try. I thought you could only cleave from your hand. All right. Day of Judgment. Don't care. Farewell. Key to the Archive. Chemister's Insight. I guess if they spend a turn on casting this draw effect, that's fine. Although maybe they missed their land drop, right? Teferi, obviously, a way to win the game. And Farewell, a huge problem as well. If I take the Chemister's Insight and play the Cage, they can't flash it back. But I need to flash back the desk, so I'm probably just getting rid of Cage. Man, is it just take Teferi? It's either that or take the key. I think I'll take the 2 lands in 1 effect, Key to the Archive. Maybe Curtains will still have time to get its hands on Teferi. They draw a Cloud Key. Naming sorceries. All their sorceries cost 1 less. Okay. Divest. Artifact or creature. Rats. This draw is not going well. I mean, if they Day of Judgment the Ominous Traveler, our game is kind of over. But if we hit a 1-drop with it, we can bounce this back, right? So that was the thinking. It's not working out, though. They can cast the Day of Judgment. So I don't know if I want to play the Curtains. We could Curtains away the day, but that's kind of bad. But we're just not doing anything with our turn otherwise. I guess I'll make them play Day of Judgment here. Yep. Not a red source. Okay, deck. Come on now. You're trolling me a bit. So they still have Farewell, but it's a little ways away. I think I can get the Traveler down and probably get it back to my hand. So now we at least have something on the board to try to attack a Teferi. Yeah, this game couldn't go much worse. They're going to snap off an Insight. I guess I'll try to divest them. Do I whiff? I get a Paradox Engine. Yeah. Suck it, nerd. All right, let's see what we see with the Traveler. We can't get this Wrath, so we need a 1 or 2 drop. Okay, we get a 1 drop. We get the extra counter because of the Socialite. And Wrath. Yep. Okay. Still got to keep a board presence because of Teferi. Oh, a red source. Okay. Pay 2 life. Is there a world where we need to sacrifice this? It's possible. Crucias. Farewell is an option, which is terrifying, so we got to be careful. Yeah, if I play this and get it exiled, it's a disaster. So let's just move to end step and discard the bolt. Nah, these can hit Teferi. Discard the Cage. The opponent doesn't want to name artifacts, so our clue might be safe. But we still need Paradox Engine. Here's Teferi. Teferi plussing maybe? Tucking. I can get back to that with the desk next turn, right? 1, 2, 3, then cast again? Yeah. Okay. All right, library. Hey, we needed that land. Cool. All right. Bring back the desk. Sacrifice desk. Choose our commander. Move to command zone, decline. Cast our commander. Play Mana Confluence. Play Frostbite onto... Actually play Flame Blessed Bolt onto Fairy. I don't know. Maybe they have a way to get it out of the graveyard. Discard this. Search for greater combo in hand. Now we just need all the pieces to stay on the board and not get farewelled. So they play Lord Protector. They play Cold Steel Heart. The shields are down. Can we get enough mana together to do this? Cling to Dust. That should help. It's a cheap card, right? So if we go like this, and then we go red, black, green, one more, and then we cling, and we got it, I think. Just don't cling the Chemister's Insight. They can cast it in response. We're also down to just 2 mana, so it is possible our Traveler completely whiffs. It's possible. So we have to hit a 1 mana card, basically, to lock this up. If we hit a 1 mana card, we can do it. Okay, that helps. Because that can generate a mana, so we can get to a 3rd mana. Tovolar can also be another mana source. So let's see what we get. All right, 2 mana. And now the mechanics kick in. Because the opponent, they have the farewell. I guess we'll duress it in a minute, but... obviously, if they get to their turn and get to cast that, it's all over. Just flash back your Chemister's Insight, opponent. Just do it. You don't want to sit here. Okay, there's the Tovolar. So this time is a little tricky. We got to float a black. We got to tap for a black. We got to cast the Duress. We take their farewell. Now we cast the Tovolar. The Tovolar is a legendary creature, so Relic can tap it for mana. So now we have 3 mana, which means we can't whiff. It's impossible for us to hit a 4 and 6. Like there's a 4, there's 6, and there's 3s. From then on, we cast all of the critters, and we use Dominant Vampire to give like a really large Champion of the Perished haste, and we attack and we kill them. It's going to take about 15 minutes of hard concentration and manual clicking, but for the strong, we get it done. This hand doesn't have any pieces of the combo, but it does attack the opponent's hand pretty well. On the draw is rough though. Go Shintai. Yeah, I'll keep it based on the Duress and the Mind Spike. Maybe we can keep the shrines out of their hand. We also have a Dragon's Rage Channeler here that we can lead on. And then we can hit them with these cards the next 2 turns. But on the draw, I think you really just want to... you want to get in there, right? Because you can take their ramp cards. Oh my. All right, that's 1. That Elspeth Conquers Death can be annoying. They have Heliod's Intervention, permanence. Okay, don't care about that one too much. So let's play the Rage Channeler because we get a Surveil here. Who knows? We might be able to dig up one of our precious combo pieces. Or the opponent might just scoop in rage and frustration when they find out that we're not just going to let them play their hand the way that they wanted to. That works. We are on the play against Jin-Gitaxias. Oh no. Gosh, are we mulliganing away a Dark Ritual hand? And we even have a desk in it to try to find the red source? Dark Ritual is a pretty good card, but it's not as great in this deck. You can't play turn 1 your commander, for example. I'll take the mull. Besides, we would really, really like to see one of our combo pieces. All right, it's not there, but if they're relying on mana rocks, we will hit those mana rocks. And the Festivities, probably a discard. All right, divest you. Reality chip, patchwork automaton, liberator. Okay, this is like aggro. Let's take the... Actually, we can hit this with end the festivities. Whereas these can be trouble. I think this is too slow, though. And just take the 2-drop. You're going me? How dare you? All right. Turn 2. Look at us go. More discard. And this time... This is easy. Oh my gosh. I didn't know people were this weak to a couple of discard spells. We go first against Ramos the Dragon Engine. We have a Mind Spike, but we also have tap land, and no third land. I think I just take the mulligan. It's free. And now we have Dark Ritual. Yeah, Mox Amber. Yeah, this is pretty good. Keep. What do we play on turn 1? Do we get the curtains out? Do we get the armor out? I guess they have like a fatal push. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm supposed to play on turn 1. I don't think it's... I can't play Crucias. I know that. So we'll just play the armor. Oh no, I can't attack them with the curtains. Tap land, love to see it. All right, Dark Ritual. Crucias. And curtains. And armor. And I actually am going to hold this Mox Amber because I'm worried I'm going to run out of things to change greater. Because we still need 3 activations. There's 1. Yeah, leather armor, baby. What you gonna do? All right. It's kind of an unfortunate draw, but we can play it here. And yeah, I do have to turn the Mox Amber. Or I can turn the Mountain, but it's kind of sad. All right. That's what I get for playing the leather armor, I guess. So this might create multiple... we might need a few turns. Let's take the Riveteer's Charm. That is one that can get us. And then we'll pressure their life total a little bit. We gotta turn the Mountain into something greater, which of course is a 1-drop. So yeah, now we need 2 more activations of Crucias because we drew too many lands and played out our hand too fast. Deafening Clarion won't save you. Poured into Mirari's Wake gets scary. Another land? No. No, not what we're looking for. Do I have an artifact in the grave? I don't. But I will after I change Hope, so I can get it back with Buried Ruin. It's risky to play the Relic. If you play the Relic and they destroy it, you're kind of done. Right, and one more turn of this, unless we can rip it off the top. We need the Ominous Traveler. Okay. Okay. We can recast Crucias just fine, so it's fine. Do I want to use my Buried Ruin? I don't think so. Unless they have a wash away, we should be okay. Supernatural Stamina, good protection. Wish I had it a turn ago, but hey, we have to turn it into the Ominous Traveler anyway. Greater combo. We do need Crucias on the battlefield. They play the bridge. GG, baby. All right. One piece at a time, though. So, Relic. Engine. Amber. Ominous. And away we go. And this is an extra mana, but it actually makes tapping harder. So I don't take it unless I actually need it. Because, I mean, maybe you'll see. It'll eventually make you choose between the legendary creatures. And that can slow you down. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to pick vampires. Because vampires add to domineering vampires' hastiness. So, like, this vampire is a good vampire. You can float mana if you think you'll need it for something, but I recommend not since you have to just actually complete the combo. There's another vampire. Domineering vampires are important. You really want to get them after you have a champion to give the haste to. It looks like I have a few options. We'll just go with one of these since it attacks for 3. And now we've just got to get it up to enough damage. So there's a Piper. Okay, we actually hit the super rare, and I mean super rare, 4-5-6 split. Doesn't come up often. Fortunately, we still have the mana to do it because we have a treasure. We also have a land in hand, so it's not going to punish us. But that doesn't happen too often. Normally, you get around that. One mana vampire. More vampires for domineerings. Because domineerings need more vampires on the field to give haste to enough things. Now champion of the perished. This is the one that becomes your big boy. This is one that you can usually get up to big enough to attack in for the victory once you give it haste. And this, the Blade Stitch scabs grow them. So this is how you make a giant champion of the perished. Maybe a few giant champion of the perished. Looks like opponent is down for seeing how this ends. Here's domineering vampire. We'll target the champion. And then we'll take a moment to math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bang. And that is how you do it. We're up against Xanathar, Guild Kingpin. Gonna try to steal our stuff. Our hand's fine. We have our colors. We have hand disruption. These 2 cards probably won't matter much, but we can discard them. And we have a Springleaf Drum, so we'll keep. Always good to have these 1 mana sources. Springleaf Drum can really help with the pop-off. All right, I'm going to play the drum first. Gonna hold the break expectations until next turn. Want to make sure that if they top deck a removal spell, that Crucias is protected, because we don't have any other way to protect them at this time. They foretold something. That's not good. Elspeth's Nightmare doesn't hit Crucias, but does get in our hand. Mind Flayer steals it, but we can get rid of the Mind Flayer. Meteor Golem's annoying. Ramp is meh. I'll take the Nightmare. It's very dangerous. Like, discard cards are very good against our deck, because if we need to activate Crucias 3 times, and we usually hide the cards in our hand. And if the opponent just makes us discard it, we can be dead in the water. Okay, they drew the Swamp like a boss, and Ginger Brute. Sure, dude. Sure. Go ahead and play the bag. This is a pretty cool combo. And we'll discard, say, Frostbite. And go Greater. Frostbite will go under the bag, so we can potentially get it back. And now we have Paradox Engine in hand. There's Behold the Multiverse. So now it's very risky. Our opponent keeps 2 on top. If they find a discard spell and they take our engine, the game gets really difficult. At the same time, do you run it into a potential counterspell? Probably not. Blood Chief's Thirst off the top. I attack you with my Titan of the Waves. Take it. I'm not in a hurry to kill the Ginger Brute. I think I can win despite that card. I think I just pass turn and try to get my trigger. All right, I'll drop the Pillar Flame. We'll go Ambitious. Ominous Traveler. Mind Flayer. Target Crucias. Let's just Lightning Bolt that thing. Saw that coming. Trying to steal my deck. Though I don't know how Gingerbrute fits into the whole strategy. Let's take a draw here. Destroy target artifact or creature with Defender. Yee. These aren't the artifacts I'm afraid of. All right, top deck Relic of Legends. Maybe we win on the spot. It's close. No, still need one more turn. They do have the blue down, but they have a Meteor Golem. So if I play the Paradox Engine, they might just blow it up. I think I'm just using the bag this turn. All right, there we go. Our 3 cards are in hand. We have Springleaf Drum. We don't necessarily need Crucius on the board with the Relic of Legends to go off, but it would be nice. Now, did they get the land for the Meteor Golem? No. And more interestingly, they're passing with all this open mana, which is a dangerous thing to try to go off against. So I'm going to try to find a discard effect. Oh, they're going for the bag? Maybe they go for the bag. People do get worried about all this value. Oh, is this Sublime Epiphany? If they use a Sublime Epiphany here, oh my god, they did. Wow! And they tapped out? They're gonna regret that. They're gonna regret that. All right. Relic. Engine. Shambling Ghast. Because we can use it with the drum. Ominous Traveler. Combo. Combo Nation. Springleaf Drum does increase the manual taps, so be ready for that. They had Sublime Epiphany, and they used it on the Bag of Holding because they did not know what was coming. This deck does fly under the radar. You're like, oh, they're activating their Pirate a few times. What's going on there? They have a lot of cheap cards. What's up with that? But once this video's out, they probably will be ready for it, and your results may vary dramatically depending on whether or not your opponent watches YouTube. And the party continues until the opponent is dead. Let's see how long that takes on this one. Take the vampire in a split like that. Just take the blood thief because it's a vampire, so it adds to the dominant vampire's count. It can also just sometimes get in the very last point of damage, but it's mostly irrelevant. The art's nice though. Come here, little buddy. You work for me now. Now the opponent has no blockers. How do you like theft? How do you like getting your permanents stolen, opponent? Part of me wishes I didn't have the Springleaf Drum down because it's an extra click, but it's okay. All right, are any of these going to be particularly powerful? We'll just pick the 3/3. I guess I could have picked the Rider that was lurking over there. Missed it. One more point of damage. We'll see if it comes down to that. But usually it's more important to play fast than perfect in this, in these pop-offs. If you're a min-maxer, you have to fight that urge just to make sure that you get as many triggers as possible. Take the zombie because it contributes to zombie types. So right now we have 7 points of damage. This is 11. You kind of take Dominating Vampire every time you see it, just because it's one of the harder ones to get. I've had times where I did this for the full, 15 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it is, and only seen one Dominating Vampire. One can be enough if it comes late enough in the rotation, though. But now we've got the champion, so we want to pick up a bunch of zombies, make the champion huge, and have that be the last Dominating Vampire that we need. Ah, there it is. All right, so we play you. We give our champion the haste. And how big is it? It's just a 3-2, so we still have a lot of work to do, but we just need to play about 3 or 4 zombies, I think. And if they're Blade Stitch scabs, it's even easier because they pump zombies. As long as your wrist holds up and your mental fortitude and your internet connection, everything should be fine. That's 4, that's 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 6 is 18. Okay, one more. That'll do. Target one of these. Move to combat. Kill. Ta-da! That Sublime Epiphany. You're gonna regret that. You're gonna regret it. Our hand actually contains the Paradox engine, but look at our mana sources. I don't know if they're going to produce the colors we need at all. So this would be such a great hand with any other 2 lands. I mean, at least we have our colors, so we'll keep it. I also have Prospector. If we draw an untapped red, that's a turn 2 Crucias, which I think is the right play against Goreclaw. Trap Finder is a very fun card if it hits the Ominous Traveler. Opponent plays a ramp creature. That's going to be fun because we can kill it on end step. Offer a trade that they won't take, I think. All right, cast. Resolve this. Get rid of Deface, I would say. Go greater. 1 combo piece check. Against green, we can often run out our combo pieces more because they don't play as much interaction. Although I'd feel a lot better with a discard effect. And that turn was great. We deramped them. Ooh, with a treasure, this can look at their whole hand. Running out the relic, if they blow it up, it's a huge setback. I don't think we take that risk. So this turn, do we play Trap Finder? I don't really have a way to kill it. No way to sacrifice it, nothing to block. I think we just pass. I think we just turn the Trap Finder directly into something. And there's the Ominous Traveler. So now we're just a Paradox engine away. They play the Goreclaw. Let's go ahead. I think we can wait till our turn, see what we draw. Confluence. So we get to hit our land drop. What would we discard to use the Lightning Axe? And we also have to discard 1 more card. Maybe I let this be. I use Devour Intellect and I discard the Lightning Axe. It's just giving up too much stuff to kill the Goreclaw. I just make sure they can't mess with me here. Pay with the treasure. So it becomes a Thoughtseize if you pay with treasure. And we see they have Thorn Mammoth, Arasta Forerunners. We'll take the Mammoth, so they can't kill the Crucias. Then we'll play the Relic. And we'll turn the Lightning Axe into the Paradox Engine. I could also play this Traveler now. But if I hold this open, I can stop a fight spell. But if I have Rebirth, I don't care. Yeah. So Traveler on board. Take something cheap to start the combo. Although Tovolar can be an extra color, but yeah, we just want cheap. Trigger. Chuck the axe. Go for engine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Arasta's here. But our spells will be creatures, so it's fine. Goreclaw wants some. And this should do it. Play Takenuma. Play Paradox Engine. Play the Spirit. And away we go. Ah, Alchemy. Alchemy plus Paradox Engine, a match actually made in heaven. I'm sure everybody agrees with that. Sifters. Don't need you. I don't want the mana producer that much, but I guess it's safe to take it. See, here's the thing. Now I have to like pick which one I'm tapping with every time. It gets a little tedious, but we've done it before. We'll do it again. On mobile, it's particularly hard because on mobile, you scroll out of range because your board gets too big. All right, first Domineering Vampire. What can it hit? Not much. We need more vampires, but the target can be one of these. I guess I'll choose you. The other ones are defenders or one powered. And away it goes. 2x speed gang, sign up. You kind of know how this ends at this point. I guess I have to Tovolar. There's always the chance of those splits that I can't cast. Okay, another Domineering. We'll take that as much as I want the champion there. And our target's going to be Arasta. Come here. Goreclaw can also pump squad really effectively, so it can lead to a lot more damage. And now we have 3 legendaries to choose from. Rolling in legendaries, Relic of Legends, mana battery for the ages here. Yeah, we're going for the Goreclaw. Why not? Kill them with all their own critters. 21? We can get to 21. All right, they're not going to sit through it. They're not going to take that line down. They've got other things in life to do. Not me. I've got a Paradox Engine to dirtle with. Rith, liberated primeval dragons. Usually we can munch on dragons, especially with a combo piece in the opener. And we've got some discard effects, so this will be great. Let's just wait. They're not going to do that much to us on turn 1. So the discard effects starting on turn 2 are fine. You want to get every card you can. 3-color dragon deck, they're probably just a tapped land on turn 1 usually. And rip apart. What else do we have here? Kura and Old Gnawbone. Yeah, we can wait a little bit longer. Really want to pave the way for the combo. The first one is kind of making sure that Crucias gets to do the thing. And then the second discard spell, you really want to pave the way for your combo. Out and off the top. Let's get a look. Goldspan Dragon, out of there. Hate that card. All right, Relic of Legends. Might as well attack. Blood Chief's Thirst becomes Paradox Engine. Do we have it next turn? I think we do. Just land, drop, and go. With the Relic being on the field, you don't need as much of an explosive turn all at once. And there's Elder Dragon War. The opponent, they're not going to see a turn 5. They make a 4/4. We can congratulate them on having their Dragons deck make a dragon. Something for my Vampire to steal. And away we go. Can I get a LVD emote? I can just say on to the next one to my opponent. Then they can decide whether or not to stick around. But I mean, it is a new combo. If they want to see it, that's fine. But with the treasures and stuff, there's no way we're actually going to whiff here. All right, looks like first treasure gets used before we find Tovolar, though. Maybe it is possible to whiff. Oh, wait, we could have taken the Steelclad Spirit. What am I doing? Somehow I got lost in the art. I still think that's hot art right there. Focus, focus. You can, you have, and you will mess this combo up if you're not careful. There's Tovolar. Now 3 mana, a cycle, plus we can float mana from a Break Expectations if we need to. Gotta get the Domineering Vampires, gotta take the blockers when you can. You just might not hit very many. Or maybe I'm scarred from one time when I got really unlucky and had a hard time finding these vampires. But if you get enough of these, you definitely win. If you don't get enough of them, it can be hard. Tovolar, sure. Draws a card when it hits. Could be fun. Value. There's our Champion of the Perished. Alright, now we take zombies because zombies pump the champion, and our next dominant vampire targets the champion. If the champion's big enough, we win. As long as my wrist doesn't break, as long as my internet connection holds. As long as the timer is friendly. Right now we have like 11. Should definitely be in range by the time we find a dominant vampire to give the champion haste. Just keep taking zombies, if possible. I also get 1 point on the back end from the Blood Thief. Every Blood Thief deals 1 damage on the end step after you hit the opponent. Could come up, you know, depending how long they want to watch it. But we take the W once again. We go first. We're against Chandra, Torch of Defiance, which is a real pain because it kills Crucias, and we can't take Chandra out of the command zone. So we need cards like Ashnod's Intervention to keep Crucias from dying. So we'll keep this hand. However, their deck is usually very, very good at killing our commander, which is a real pain because we do need a legendary on the field to go off. If we get Crucias down on turn 2, though, it's a good start. Draw the land, good. Hopefully no lightning bolt from the opponent. You, and we'll go greater, of course. Traveler. All right. First piece up. Opponent with no plays. We love it. We need that space and that time. We can Spectre Shriek them, but for sure we'll have to exile a card from our hand, which I don't think is worth it. Gotta protect the Traveler. So we'll go to end step, discard here, go greater. There's the Relic. Relic is also, you know, it's not safe against them. They run a lot of artifact hate. They're passing the turn. Okay. Blazing Root Walla. If I just don't attack, if I do attack and I use this, then I can replay it and get the trigger. So yeah, we actually want them to go ahead and kill Crucias here because I'm sure they have a removal spell. They might be thinking kill it and prevent me from getting a trigger. But if I go to end step here, I get there. So, end turn. Yay! Paradox Engine. Now you see why the Root Wall is in the deck. That free discard effect. Let's get a little critter on the board. Who knows? It could help. I haven't hit enough land drops, though, to go off next turn, I don't think. Anger of the Gods. This does say is put into exile, which is kind of different from the typical effect like that. So we'll go to hand. Now, I think I need another turn of setup now, and we draw the Stamina, which is wonderful. The Stamina prevents Chandra from killing it. We'll go Thirst. I guess we go Lesser, but I just needed the treasure, and now I have a land drop for next turn. Atsuche. Okay. Strong. Untap. Draw. Relic. Engine. Strike it rich for the untap for cheaps so that we keep the treasure around. And now the Traveler. Combo assembled. And now we have 3 mana from Tovolar with Relic. And away we go once again into the abyss. The wrist is starting to get sore, though. The carpal tunnel is starting to set in. I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if I can make it. It's so far. It's so far away. Just moving the mouse from here to here. I gotta de-tense. I can't be so tense. Blood Thief is for the dominating vampire. Don't be so tense. Don't be so tense. Don't be so tense. Don't be so tense. Everything's fine. This is fine. So if I lightning bolt my opponent's face, the socialites actually enter and put counters on the vampires, but I don't have any vampires yet. Might come up later. Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go. More zombies because I have a champion that I'm growing into a real contender. $2x speed? You guys need 2x speed. Are you easily bored? Maybe you're staying for my sweet banter. I think we need one more vampire to take at sushi. Yep, now we have 3 vampires, so the next one can steal at sushi, so we're good. We don't need any more blood thieves if we have that split again. Socialite, this time we'll lightning bolt. Now, if we give our dominating vampires, like give haste to one of these, it can help. Still no dominators, though. Like I said, sometimes you just don't get them. That is a interesting time for sure. I'm curious how many board wipes the Chandra deck has. And if they're looking at this pile that's on the battlefield thinking, I can just wipe this out. The pile is getting larger and larger. Still no dominating. Still not dominating. Come on, baby. Where are you at? I need to be dominated. There we go. There she is. Hello, mommy. All right, first bit of haste. Come here. And now we have the Atsushi to tap for mana. If we even needed it. Opponent clearly excited about their experience today. We're almost there. We're a dominating vampire from hitting the champion of Parish for victory, I think. It's because we got 17. 17 plus 9. Yeah, that should do it. Easy mode. Got him. My god, this deck is something.